That's them. That's what
we
say.
are live.
Hey,
Hello. Who's there? Ryan?
Ryan.
I wonder if Ryan's a Rye guy.
Rye guy. He's Rye guy. Ryan.
Guy.
Yeah. Well, welcome everybody.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It has.
Got a lot going on.
Lot going on.
Outside of the whiskey world.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. Holy moly.
Neil's got a lot going on.
You got a lot going on too.
Neil's got more going on.
There's a lot of life-changing events happening. There's I'm moving, so I just sold my house and bought another house, and everybody knows with the market how it is.
Crazy.
It's nuts.
It's crazy times right now.
Totally crazy. But the nice thing is it happens quick. You're not.
It does. You're not dragging it out.
Yeah, unless you have a home that's not desirable. But yeah, we did that. My wife and I, and then my wife and I are also expecting a child, our first child in end of September, which is definitely
exciting stuff, man.
Exciting stuff. Plus, I'm working with my brother in his power washing business alongside of my daytime job. So I've been doing a lot of work. So that's been going crazy.
This kid.
Got to pay for this kid. Make these kids get fed.
Yeah, so a lot happening.
I got 9 kids to feed. It's from Total Recall. Do you remember that movie?
No,
Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's like, I got 5 kids to feed, and then he messed up, and then he's like, I got 9 kids to feed. Then Arnold Schwarzenegger's like, I thought you had 5 kids. He's like, whatever, man.
I just remember I got kids. It was from one of Dave Chappelle skits from the Chappelle Show. That's what I was thinking when you said that.
I got kids.
Will's in the house, Guy.
Hendo.
Guy's always reliable.
Oh yeah, and thank you guys for the congrats. I appreciate that tremendously. Thank you so much.
It's a very big deal.
Oh my god, everybody's just so nice.
At least so I hear.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a big deal. So. Yeah. Landon, cheers.
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate. Yeah, it's a big
deal.
Big deal going on here.
Big deal, buddy. All right, so we are going to dabble in some Ryes. I have not really dabbled much here and there. It's been I don't want to say maybe it's been passed over for me. I just kind of never really gave it a lot of thought.
Yeah,
try one here and there, but never really spent any time with them. I almost feel like I could be missing out. Right?
Totally.
Fear of missing out.
The FOMO.
So we don't want to do that. So we decided we got some here. We're going to line them up and we're going to try them and try to pick a winner. And we got some more coming that we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to dabble into the Ryes.
We are going to dabble.
Who knows? Maybe I'll be a convert.
It might just be completely Ryan.
Dump out all the bourbon I have. And
Ryan, you're not chopped liver. Crazy. The man, Ryan.
How about it?
You're the opposite of chopped liver. You're not chopped liver, but not liver at all.
It'd be like onions.
Good liver.
People want to gobble you up? I have no idea. And I don't eat liver and onions.
Although
I've heard some crazy things about liver lately, like how really healthy it is for you. And all the nutrients and stuff. It's just weird to me.
That's why all the coyotes and everything, when they get deer.
Oh, they eat the liver first?
They go for the liver. They go for
the organs first.
Organs. All the nutrients.
I hear them a lot now.
Oh, yeah.
In the middle of the night by my house. Yeah.
Coyotes.
The farm just down the road. I hear them. It's eerie when they're carrying on.
Oh.
They're barking. You hear a pack of them, and all of a sudden it goes quiet. It's oh, they got something.
Yeah. They got something good.
Yeah. It's kind of creepy. Richie. So, buddy, you want to show them the lineup?
Yeah, let's show them.
So we're gonna do a little bit of a tasting, see which one we like, kind of pick a winner.
Yeah,
I'm kind of curious to see what other people think will be the winner.
Yes, maybe we can see what you guys think in the chat. And you know what? We have some stickers on the table here. So you know what we can do is I'm going to. I just thought of this now. So I'm gonna pour. We're going to do kind of a battle off between 2 Ryes. And I'm going to pour Jeff's 2. Jeff will pour my 2. And then we'll remember which letter it's on.
That's a lot for me to remember.
It's a lot to remember.
I got to remember 2 things.
Don't you worry.
All right.
So then we're blind on it. So we're not saying, oh, well.
Yeah, hey, I bought this one, so it better taste better.
Yeah, better taste damn good.
Gotcha. All right, so let's do that. Now, You want to kind of give them some parameters too, what we're battling against? And you're going to do a 2 and 2. Is that what we're going to do?
Yeah, 2 and 2. So we're gonna get 2 Ryes.
Well, then we have to do 2 at the end. We have to pick the winners, and they have to battle out.
That we can do.
This is like just brackets.
We're bracketing.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll pick. So we'll go head to head with 2, and then we'll do another head to head with 2, and then take the winners of both of those, and then put those head to head.
Championship.
And then, yeah.
All right. I'm excited now.
Should we show what we got? And do we decide what we're going to go ahead? Oh,
I think we're going to do. Yeah, we were going to do these 4, and we have basically we're taking 4 that, and we're trying to get all close in proof point.
Yeah.
So
all close. So we're doing higher proof.
We were going to do lower proof first, but Neil was like, everybody does that. So we're going to do it different.
Yeah, we're going to go. Yeah, because we're going to revisit this later on and do maybe some other, obviously some
and
other rides.
add some things in. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got, I guess these 2 against, and then these 2 against, right?
I have only, I think, it's been so long. I don't really care what you do.
That might be interesting because of that might be interesting, buddy.
Unless these are interesting too.
That could be interesting.
Now, nobody knows what we're talking about either.
All right, let's do it like that.
How about we throw it out there and see what people think?
Let's do it.
All right. So these are the 4 we have. Tell us what you want us, see what your idea of a good pairing would be. So
yeah.
I'm going to start because if I don't, we're never getting anywhere.
Okay, put that in the camera.
So we have rare breed rye. What's the wrong way?
You're like,
sit over here. Rare breed rye.
Yep.
And that's coming in at 112.2.
Mm-hmm.
This is the one Neil has got his eye on, so it's a good thing we are blind in it because I think he wants this one to win. The old Overholt 114.
That's the barrel. That's the PA release, which is the same as the Ohio release. I don't think there's really anything different.
Probably not. We have Pikesville. I thought I was getting better at it, but I'm not. And that's not focusing. It's hard with the glare, but that's coming in at 110.
Go ahead, buddy. You get the last one.
Right. Maybe I'll do it. Come over here. And then we have Willet, and that's coming in at 109.
Mm-hmm.
So that's actually the lowest proof is 109.
That is the lowest proof.
But everything's very close. So we figured that would be fair. So how should we pair them up?
Yeah, what do you guys think?
I mean, if you do proof point to proof point, it's the 112 and the 114 to the 110 to 109.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
Yeah, what do you guys think? Because we got
trying to think of how else you would not getting hung up on proof point.
Yeah, I mean they're all pretty close.
Pretty fair, actually.
They're all very close, Yeah.
So
let us know what you think in the chat here. If you think we should do Pikesville versus Willet or Pikesville versus the old Overholt, or we go rare breed versus the Pikesville. What are you thinking?
I wonder which one. See, I haven't had all of these, so I don't know which one. Well, I have, but it's been so long. I think I've had all these. Maybe not the old Overholt. But anyway, it's not like I could say, okay, these 2 are similar, like profiles, because it's been too long. I've had stuff like,
oh yeah, it's been a little bit. Ryan says just blind them all.
You would say that, right?
I could grab 2 more glasses. I don't know why I only have 3 on each. That could be an option. We could blind them all.
Yeah, or we're going to really.
Yeah, you're
right.
Are
you just saying line them up and hammer them
just
down?
Line them up and hammer them.
Fine, Ryan. Yeah, we don't want him to feel like chopped liver, so maybe we should let him pretend he's the boss for a little bit.
Well, let me get 2 more glasses. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Might as well. Yeah, all right. So then, while you're gone, should I start pouring?
Yes. You can put 4 on my side.
All right. So I'm going to quick pour for Neil, and I'm also going to take notes because I won't remember. All right. Hey. Buddy, you came down way too fast.
I'm not looking.
Nah, that's all right. Go ahead. Bring the glass back over. We'll work this out.
You just remember what letter each.
Yep. All right. Let me do this real quick.
Yep.
Actually, wait. Because I sort of know what Neil's thinking. All right. So, boy, this really is just off the cuff, isn't it?
You bet your ass.
Zero. I mean, we had an idea what we wanted to do, but we didn't like get anything ready, and it's just been too busy. All right.
Oh yeah.
Should I do mine too?
You wish.
Okay. Well, all right.
Looks good.
No, let me steal one of the other glasses.
Yep, steal the other glass. And don't worry, I have 2 more for you.
All right. I made a little bit of a mess.
That's all right, buddy.
All right. Done.
Done?
Yep.
Do you remember
We're
the
good.
letters?
I wrote everything in my notepad on my phone
Excellent.
because I will forget.
All right.
All right. So then
Well,
I
you
guess
just
should I just
You can just
scram?
look the other way.
I'll just go over here.
All right. All right. So we're going to pour some Jeffro here. All right. Good, buddy. So, yeah, I like the fact this is going to be completely blind because then we have no anything. No anything whatsoever. Okay. I like it. These are some good ryes. Okay. I got one more. Last one. And we just got to keep them in this order. Since, let me take a picture of the order here and I put. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Got my order. All right. Got it. We're good. Good? Yep. Yep. All right, we're good, people. Sorry about that. But Ryan, I like the idea. Jeff liked the idea, so we have to go with it. So if you're just joining us, we're doing a blind of 4 different ryes, and we have in this blind we have Willet, the family reserve or family estate small batch. Then we got the old Overholt 114 proof PA release.
Yes. We
We got Pikesville Rye, which sits at 110 proof. And then we got the Wild Turkey Rare Breed Rye. One of my personal faves. But we'll see how it blinds. And yeah, we're battling them out right now, all against each other. So we have it A through D. So we can both start with our A. Kind of go from there. Now we're probably gonna have different stuff in our glass, so we might get different notes and everything. So you might hear him talking about one thing, I'm gonna be talking about something else, and kind of go from there. All right. So cheers, everybody.
Yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out with us.
Mm-hmm. We'll start with A. What's on the nose here?
Oh. See, I'm getting a little nail polish remover on this.
So with A with me, I'm getting a little bit of alcohol forward too.
Could be the same one.
Then underneath it could be. It's happened to us before.
That's like overpowering though.
You have to come back to that. A on the nose though.
Yeah, it's pretty.
There's a nice rye, like kind of like a rye bread dough instead of like a toasted rye.
See, this one's more toasty.
Okay. There's a lot of citrus on this A too. A lot of citrus. Citrus, rye dough, like rye bread dough.
Yeah, I get like
sugar.
really bright, citrusy, more toasted though.
On your A?
Yeah. For sure.
Oh man.
Definitely not any sort of like doughy note.
No doughiness.
Because I'm not picking up. Could be the same, could be different, but I'm not getting any of that.
It's like lemon cookie on this. a nice lemon cookie, which I'm
I'm getting more of like citrus zest on this.
Oh, I
But
like
no,
a citrus
cookie,
zest.
no dough, nothing like
None
that.
of
At least
that.
I'm not. Just in case it's the same, that cover that base. All right, so we don't want to keep the people waiting.
All right, we'll move to B's nose here. We'll taste after we nose them.
Now this is much more rounded.
A lot more baking spices on B. A little bit sweeter on B. Not as much rye kick to it.
This is really calmed down on the
alcohol.
Alcohol, yeah. It's like more softer. It's like softer, more rounded, more like cohesive. I'm not getting like a lot of weird. I don't say weird, but I'm not getting like a lot of strong individual notes. It's just like everything's kind of like morphed together. It's a little tighter on the nose too.
Mine, I'm getting like a sweet sour cherry and maybe a little
more sweet, but more like
nuttiness too.
Like candy sweet.
Candy sweet. Okay.
Yeah. I know that note pops up a lot for me, and that's like how I perceive it, is like a hard candy note. And I get that like on certain bourbons too, where it's like, man, it's a cherry note, but it's like Jolly Rancher, that kind of like hard candy cherry.
Oh yeah.
Not like, like cherries themselves,
I know what you're saying. Yeah, the candied cherry flavored.
Right, exactly.
He's got black pepper for me too, like a cracked black pepper. All right, let's go see.
Oh wow,
big difference.
Yeah. This I'm getting like real like wood notes, and not like a toasted wood, but like raw, like maybe like cut, like you just cut a piece of wood, and now you're getting that aromatic kind of wood tannin kind of thing going on.
I mean, like almond joy and even apples, like a apple, like cinnamon apple, and then like dill. This is dilly.
This has a little dill, but I'm getting more of almost like just like a chocolate
note.
Note, yeah.
Man, I love a good chocolate note.
But like a like I said, it's got like this like real woody note, not the char, not the influence of wood, but actual straight wood, like wood chips.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean,
like
like
wood
fresh
chips.
cut wood. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Actually, I am getting some wood notes in here, but it's more of that apple pie.
Like
Coke. Yeah.
You mean like baking apple pie, like a baked pie with the little
fill? Yeah, a little bit, and then the filling with like an almond joy, so like a chocolate almond
coconut thing.
Or yep. With the dill.
Oh,
definitely the dill.
Whatever D is for me is like, whew.
Is it aggressive?
It's not. It's like really. It's just really strong on the nose.
What's up, Peter?
What's happening, Peter?
Snuck in here, Peter.
Appreciate it, buddy. Now, see, that's really strong rye, man. Whew. A little alcoholy, but really fragrant on the rye grain.
Yeah, this is actually really as well.
Fragrant on the rye grain.
This has more of a black licorice note.
See, I'm wondering if now, by what you said before, if your my D sample and your A sample is the same.
Could be,
because I'm getting the alcohol, but I'm getting like real heavy rye grain, like just the grain, like you had just filled this, crushed up some rye, put it in this glass, and.
But now but yeah, I see what I know what you're saying. This is so going back to A is like younger. So now I went back to it with the nose, and it smells younger. So it smells like some corn is starting to stick through. Some of that young corn note on A is popping through, and it's aggressive.
Oh, this is a lot to take in all at once too when you do. But it's a little bit more honest too.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Which one you're digging. So
D is like denser. It's like it's darker. There are some citrus notes. But it's almost like a blood orange citrus. So it's just a little bit darker. It's rounded. Everything's rounded on D. It's like it's kind of nice and round. It's there's no aggressive.
I said
sharp
the same
spots.
thing about that on
C.
C or no B. Yeah, B was the one I said was more more rounded, more
So
like cohesive. Like you're not like it's not real. I don't want to say choppy, but it's not real distinct. It smells like this and this and this. It's like
Right.
you really got to kind of like sift through it because it all kind of morphs together into one like fragrance that's a combination of things. That makes sense.
It does make sense. The combo.
All right.
Tea is always delicious. Thank you, Richie, and thank you, Will. Yeah, hit that thumbs up. It really does help us. Makes us feel special inside.
And I like how he wrote mash and not smash.
Yeah, mash that bad boy.
That was very, very nicely done.
Like the mash bill.
Yep. Love it. All right. So fine folks are waiting. So we probably want to.
Let's go taste these. Ryan smashed it. Damn you, Ryan. Damn. So,
well, hey, cheers, buddy. It's been a while.
Cheers to you too, buddy. It has been a while.
That is surprisingly sweet, but then just like not really the flavor of pepper, but like the sensation of spiciness.
Oh, like a Szechuan peppercorn.
Oh, but it is. I don't know, man. Whatever this is,
You're digging it.
I'm digging it. It's like real. Here again, it's almost like a candy note.
Right.
And it just coats. Man, I'm gonna have to go back in for a little more. This is delicious, whatever this is. It's really sweet and round, and then it finishes with just like I'm almost getting like a black pepper now, just kind of lingering on the tongue. It's kind of like dancing along there.
Oh,
on the finish. Yeah.
Yeah. A little dance action. A's super like super nutty for me with A. It's like
definitely not. There's
like toasted nuts.
No nuttiness.
Yeah, it's like toasted like almonds or macadamia nuts.
See, this is just like for me, it's like hitting real sweet and smooth with like a peppery, almost like a cooling smooth.
There's a little black pepper.
This might sound weird, but I kind of, when you drink like a water, like a bottled water or something that's alkaline,
yeah,
and it's like got like a softer mouthfeel.
Is that what's happening?
I'm getting that with this. Yeah, it's that same kind of thing going on, but then the pepper just kind of like hangs on, and it's almost like I said, it's more sensation than flavor.
Right.
But like right now, the sides and like the front half of my tongue are just like tingle, dancing around. Oh yeah, Barrel Company single barrels, and then the year 78. Okay, so that's 78-year-old MGP. Yeah, the Russell's Reserve single barrel rye. I have not had it.
No, me neither. We don't see that around.
We have the 6 year, and that is pretty good, but it is a lower proof. I don't think I've ever seen the single barrel. No, that's not true. I have, because it's a green label, I believe. It's like the opposite of this.
Oh, I think it's like a
it's green with like a off-white
gray. Like
yeah. Yep, I've seen it, but it's not here a lot. Just honestly, the last couple of years, just the Russell single barrel bourbon has been hard to find here.
Yeah,
and you might find the 10-year here and there, but
it's not crazy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And that's the other thing. Like, I don't feel like the ryes get around. That's kind of what's got me intrigued, is because I know a couple people who are into them, and it's like, well, man, it's like there's not a ton of them around. I mean, there are, but not like bourbons.
Yeah, bourbons definitely have
so,
like the majority of people's attention.
Yeah.
Whereas rye's growing. I mean, I do see way more stuff about rye than I did even like a year ago.
Yes.
So it's definitely growing, but you're absolutely right. You don't.
Yeah. And it's almost seems like I wonder sometimes if people don't put them out. I'm going to just kind of like half-assed put them out. Like, yep, we make a rye, for the rye people. Here you go. I'm not saying everybody does that, but it does sort of see, doesn't get as much love. So maybe that's just like the demand isn't there. I don't know, but
yeah, some release like Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye because they didn't put a lot out there. So it's really tough to find. And people were like waiting on it. They were like, oh, and just grabbed it, you know.
Right.
But that's very rare. You see that with a rye where it's just gone, you know.
Right.
You never really see that much. Raider Nation, what is up?
What's up, man?
Whiskey Gang. That's us. Tell them we said what's up too. We got Jason from the
what's up, buddy?
Jason. Hello,
so Jason,
sir.
what's your pick out of these ryes? Who's gonna win?
Yeah, we have Old Overholt 114 PA release. We have Willet, the small batch family estate 4-year. We got Pikesville Rye, and then we also have Rare Breed Rye up in a 4-way battle.
Yep.
So let us know what you think is going to happen here. Right now, we just tasted A, and I think we're on to B.
Let's do it.
Yeah, A was nice though. A little young, but definitely some maple notes now coming through. But
yeah, well, whatever the A was on mine, it's
rocking.
It's rocking. Yeah, I'm digging that. So,
oh man, B's nose is like.
I'm not sure exactly what that means.
It's just I don't even know if I do either.
Whatever
this
means.
Pull the shade down.
Pull the shade down.
I just made that up.
Pull the shades down. It's getting wild.
But the shirt's about to come off.
See, this is the more rounded, tight nose. All right, I'm getting after it.
Oh, yeah, a lot of citrus notes. Nice, juicy, doughy stuff going on.
Now, see, I'm getting a lot more rye notes. Not as sweet. A little more baking spices.
Oh, God, that's good. Oh,
that's good, whatever B is. But I'm definitely getting more of like a pepper note.
So this is giving me a honey bun. Honey buns. That's that honey, almost like a sticky bun, but yeah,
that was my nickname in high school.
Honey buns?
Yeah.
What's up, honey buns? Uh-huh. Show me those buns,
Actually,
honey.
I did have a crazy nickname like that in high school, and I will reveal that later.
Oh, we got a pick here. Pikesville.
Pikesville is really good, and I know it's actually out of the few that my wife has tried. She really likes the Pikesville. I did a little blind with her the other night between 2 ryes, and she picked that one.
Interesting. I know Pikesville. Damn. When you let me, because I never had it other than when you let me try it. I always hear people love it. It's those barely legal rye. I think it's sitting at 51%.
So if you read Jason's full answer,
yeah.
He never really answers the question.
He didn't.
So I want to know, it's like he thinking about a career in politics because he never really answers the question.
Well,
you'd probably be good at it, buddy.
You would. We'd vote for you.
Yep.
100%. You got my vote.
Vote for me. There's going to be a whiskey machine on every corner.
Oh, God bless.
All soda machines will have whiskey in it. Do they even have soda machines anymore? I haven't seen one.
Yeah, they definitely they still do. They're not around as much. There's the Alberta. Yeah, I love this Alberta. Will this Alberta? I'll let you try this one time, and it's good. I mean, this
maybe
is the
we'll have to
second
put it
batch.
up against the winner of this.
We might have to and see what Canada, see what's happening.
Yeah,
see what Canada does. Might
Canada
smoke us?
They might
smoke us. Yeah. I think the Rare Breed does always have that. For me, it's like a lemon.
You were saying lemon cookie.
Lemon cookie for Rare Breed.
But you don't know if that was Rare Breed.
It could.
He could be playing with your head right now.
This is sweet. It's very well balanced. The rye notes are kind of tamed, but you get a lot of just a lot of baking spices, and you got a nice citrus pop in there, like a nice citrus candy pop.
See, I get more like barrel notes and rye spice out of this. This isn't bad though, whatever it is.
Well, I'm ready for
on
C.
to the next one.
I'm ready for C. Let's see what
Trying
we got.
to keep the palate clear.
Wow, C's nose. C's nose reminds me most like a bourbon for me.
C, no. C for me, I'm getting bread. Like rye bread.
Like rye bread.
Yeah, I'm getting like a doughy note. I forget which one you said you were getting a lot of dough on.
Yeah, well, wait a minute. Now it just morphed. Now I got these dill notes. It came off really sweet, like that apple fritter, and now the dill notes popped in. But it kind of like, when you first pour it, the dill notes were present. Now letting it sit, went back for it for the nose.
You probably nose it, and then you gave it a little agitation. So now maybe that's where you're getting the dill note from. This is tighter.
Oh, the apple pie. That's like apple pie. Just the filling. And it comes off on the palate too. And the little bit, there's that dill note that is very, familiar to me with Ryes. I like a good dill note. I know a lot of people hate dill notes in their rye. They don't like dilly stuff, but I like a good little dill note in there. That has everything. That's like, man, is that good.
So this is like finishing. Actually, I think it finishes stronger. It definitely finishes stronger than any of the other ones, like more powerful. Not in a bad way, but it's like the whole mouth feel. And really like on the front palate and the initial.
Yeah.
It's soft and rounded, but it finishes like really well.
Like butter.
Well, like just warming, and like you're getting that you're getting a little of that hug, and it's all warm, and it's not any particular spot. It's just like through the whole palate. It's just kind of warming. It almost has a little bit of like a thin note to it, little bread on it, but
a little bread.
It's not real. It's not like as strong as A. It's not like as flavorful as A. It's more of like feeling than flavor, if that sounds.
I see what you're saying. Like
it's warming.
It's about the experience of it all.
Yeah, but it's more like just the warming feeling. It's like this would be like a great winter's day if you're in a place that gets cold, like that kind of warming. Like you take a little nip of this by the fire, and all is right with the world.
Wow, I really like the this isn't as viscous as B, but C is pulling with flavor. It's not as viscous. It's not as thick on the mouthfeel.
See, and I'm getting a little citrus rind on that as well.
Ooh,
like a little like lemon zest or something.
I love when Ryes do that. They just give you a nice lemon kick or a nice citrus kick. All right, I'm gonna clean the palate too. So we're gonna go to D here. See what's going on with D.
Now this had an amazing nose on it.
D looks darker to me.
Ooh, so see now that's getting real.
Oh man, that's a citrus. That's like a orange. Those orange candies, like the gummies. They look like orange slices.
Oh yeah, orange
slices.
Like
grainy.
Yeah, they're called orange slices.
They're called orange slices. Yeah,
like orange slice candy.
That. Oh my god! And there's that lemon cookie.
This is like crushed rye. Like you just took the grains and crushed it up, put it in, like put a splash of water in it. It's like almost like fermenting in the glass.
Yeah, well, it's almost like the
That's what I'm getting off this.
Yeah, this is definitely not that.
That's citrusy.
This is citrus for days on D.
It's like a starburst citrus explosion.
Actually, a little cinnamon.
I see there's a little trickery going on because that nose you would not have put with that on the palate at all.
See, I'm getting that sensation around the mouth that you were talking about, where it's that numbingness, and that's really coming out with this. That's that nice rye spice. Doesn't show itself too much on the nose, other than the citrus notes. But then when you take this rye for your first sip, it coats. The rye flavors are all there, and you're like, oh, it really reminds me of like the high rye MGP kind of stuff, like Smoke Wagon. It's kind of reminding me in that realm of like the 35% rye.
Right. So then you might have something here that's like 51.
Yeah, this might be one of those 51ers.
One of those 51ers, yeah.
And it's just that, the D is just like, the nose is a knockout and the palate is a knockout too. The nose and the palate are kind of a little bit different, even though some of those citrus notes are pulling through on the palate.
Right.
It's that rye spice really hits you on the palate rather than the nose with this one though. And it's delicious. I'm still tasting it. and that numbingness is still there, which I totally love that you said that, because it's about the mouthfeel experience, right? Even if
and sometimes you're in the mood for different things.
Yeah.
So what might hit your palate today, and we kind of experienced that when we came through the whole wine thing, was like,
oh yeah,
man, like wintertime, you're craving hearty food, because we're here in PA, we get like some brutal cold in the winter, we get some like stinking hot in the summer. So, and you would see how just like your desire for certain things would change. Like you don't want to drink, you're not drinking Cabs and Merlots in July heat. You're just not doing that because it's just too heavy, and you're kind of going more towards, even dipping your toes in the whites because it's more refreshing, getting into like Pinot Noirs and all that other stuff that we did. But same thing for me with bourbons. Like I crave different flavors at different times.
Oh yeah.
So to say like, this is the best. Well, it's the best today. I mean, I'm going to pick my favorite today. None of these are bad.
No, because tomorrow we could take the same ones and you never know. Or we might pick it totally different.
This, I'm getting like, see, for me, this is even, man, I'm getting like a lot of just like grainy notes on this.
I think I have to agree with Jason for my D. I think I got rare breed in that class. We could make some predictions if we want. We don't have to.
And feel free, Jason, to make some predictions.
Yeah. Yeah, the D is delicious. Damn it. What happens? You're messing with me. You know what you poured in the D.
You know what? I'll quick check my phone. Because I really don't remember.
I went back to A. You remember?
Yep.
Damn it. I went back to A. A is kind of the weak link here.
Now, see, my A was the flavor bomb.
Yep. This is going to be interesting. So we definitely have different
D
ones.
for me is probably, like, if we had to rank them, A for sure. But now what I'm wondering is, and I'd have to go back and look, but I'm wondering, am I picking the first thing I taste because that's coating the palate and like effing everything up?
I think since you did the water, I think you probably got it. I think you got it. I mean, definitely there's some of that.
There's got to be some of that. So next time I'm starting with C.
It's the order.
Let's see what happens.
Let me go back to D. I'm going to go back to D and kind of.
I knew he'd go back to the D.
Wow. Now it's toasty too. D is toasty. Oh, that's citrus. That's just so citrusy.
This is tough.
Okay. Damn it. This is tough.
There's some good things about D. Shit.
That is true. I do love the D. Thanks, big brother.
Hey, Warren. What's up, buddy?
Brother's in the house. And he's calling out my D-ness.
Hey, glad to see things are going well for you, buddy. Warren, really appreciate you, man. I'm glad to see things are going your way.
He's a good guy.
He is. He's a great guy.
Actually,
I don't see him enough. That'll be my only complaint.
He actually sucks. Don't say it.
Yeah, I know he sucks. But we don't want anybody who's watching to know he sucks.
No,
he's an awesome dude. Man, I'm okay. So I'm gonna try to line them up here.
Oh, B is. Damn it.
Okay, I know the clear winner.
B's got that cherry sweetness. All right, we'll line them up.
All right, I'm lining that up.
We're gonna line this bitch up. Yeah, Richie, it's the lemon cookie.
So lemon cookie took it for him.
Something to be said about a lemon cookie, because not a lot of people like go, yeah, I want a lemon cookie. They always go chocolate chip
and my wife.
They go lemon.
Oh, all the time,
because they know what's up. You have a good taste in women, buddy. Oh, Jesus. I think I can. My wild cards.
Man, this is tough.
I have some like ones that are I don't know where to go.
Pick your favorite, and then we can like pick a winner, and then we can battle it out for second place.
All right, so I'm gonna go. D is my winner. Chicken dinner.
Okay.
D is my winner. So I'm gonna put these in order.
Okay, A is my winner. So do we want to reveal, or is this gonna F you up big time if I reveal it?
You know what? Let's rank them first, then reveal.
we'll
Because
rank
then I might go, oh well.
yeah, I wanted
maybe
this
I'll
to win.
switch
Yeah,
it.
no,
Yeah.
that's probably a good idea.
All right. So D's my winner. What's your winner?
A.
So A is for you. D is for me.
Yep.
All right. My second place is probably the toughest one of the bunch.
It is. It's very tough.
It's between B and C. B has that cherry note. C's got that apple pie and the dill. Honestly, for me, I have to go with what I'm feeling right now, and I have to say second place is C. The apple pie dilly. Dilly.
Man. All right, so I'm struggling. I'm going to say
See? It's not
no,
easy.
this is tough.
When you
Whatever I just did, though, it's that one, the one that warms, and it's not as strong on the palate, but man, is it like killer on the finish. It is freaking killer on the finish.
and I don't what you're feeling.
D is starting to get, as it sits in the glass, is starting to get like a little grainy to me, you know?
That's how A is for me. And A is very alcohol.
And is A your bottom pick?
A is going to be my bottom. So
not that it's bad, but it's just bottom pick.
I'm literally going D, C, B, A, which makes it easy for me.
Okay.
I mean, B is damn good, but C just edges it out a little bit. It's just that, like, I like B's mouth
I don't know.
feel,
Yeah.
but C has all the flavors that are, I think, just better integrated. It's more interesting to me.
All right. I'm going to go A, C, B, D.
A,
C, B, D.
C, B, D.
And you're going
C,
basically
B, D.
backwards.
I'm going backwards.
All right.
So let's reveal it. So,
Reveal it. Winner for Neilio.
You're A, you said, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what's my winner?
Your winner is Pikesville.
Pikesville.
Yep.
And that was D.
That was D.
Look
Who
at that.
would have thunk it?
Who would have thunk?
And you thought, what did you think it was?
I thought it was rare breed.
Because you wanted it to be rare.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, that definitely.
Jason said it was rare breed. So you're like, I want to be like Jason.
No,
but I know. And then that's the whole thing about like the head games that we play with ourselves with all this crap.
Yeah.
You know, we want it to be rare breed because we like wild turkey stuff or whatever, you know. I mean, I'm a turkey guy. I love turkey stuff, but
I just felt D had that like lemon cookie and like it had like a.
And that's actually when I blinded it the other night with my wife. She picked Pikesville, and she thought it was lower proof than the other one, and it wasn't.
It's just so tasty. There's like that rye really comes out with the Pikesville then at the end and the finish and the palate, but the nose doesn't. It just has a lot of citrus going on. Heaven Hill. I am very much a Heaven Hill fan. I'm pumped that it was Pikesville. I'm super pumped. I love it.
All right. So
I love it.
Well, you picked then C for your second favorite.
C for my second favorite.
And that is Willet.
I knew it.
You didn't know it.
No, well, I thought I knew it, maybe.
You thought it was, you had a good
because
idea.
that apple pie note for me and Willet and the dill, that little bit of dill with Willet, which is just delicious. It just edged out B for me. Just what the flavor profile was like, kind of different. And everything.
C and B are really close for me. So I know what you mean. It's like you're really splitting hairs here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wouldn't it be funny if your favorite pick turned out to be? Oh no! Is that Wolf Schmitz? Wolf Schmitz vodka? Is that like the lowest vodka, like on the so it's like in the basement.
Yeah.
Gonna go below.
Yeah.
There's like stairs that go below the
yeah, it's
shelf.
not even on the bottom shelf. You have to like pull back the bottom, pull it out of the floor.
Bubble bath. Hopefully you're taking a bubble bath with rye in your glass.
How you doing, man?
What is
buddy?
happening?
How you doing, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Buddy man.
Buddy
man
man.
buddy. The man buddy.
All right, so I picked C, and what was C?
C. So C for me was Willet. right? And then I picked number 3 was B. So my third place was B.
And that's the Old Overholt.
Whoa. Whoa. That means, ladies and gentlemen, Old Overholt. I can never say Old Overholt. Why?
I call it Lord Overholt.
Lord Overholt. So that means then that A is Rare Breed Rye, which I just went for last place.
Yep.
That's insane. Wow.
So what?
Overholt was delicious. I had a nice cherry note in there, and it was delicious. I thought that was good. I mean, I was battling with second place with the Willet.
Well, that's not a bad battle, though.
No.
I mean, you're like arguing between two. I would think, and here again, do it another day. Could be, here I am pacifying the situation again, but I'm good at that.
It's just weird because usually turkey
wins for you.
Always wins in blinds for me. Yeah, you're right. Usually win, like for a lot.
But how you've never had Pikesville, you never had some of these other ones, and never put them back to back. And this is the beauty of the blind.
I love it.
It
just goes to show.
And it doesn't mean that you don't like the rare breed. It's just today it worked out when you blind them up. It just worked out that way.
Wow. So if you want to recap, number 1 for me was Pikesville. Number 2 was Willet, the 4-year. 3 was Old Overholt, the 114 proof PA release, and number 4 in last place was Rare Breed Rye. It's just how my mouth is.
This is going to stress our friendship, buddy.
Since you're a turkey mouth. I'm a turkey mouth too. I know. Damn it.
But hey, you know what though? It opens your eyes. All right, so let's
hear yours
A,
now, buddy.
C, B, and D.
A, C, B, D. So A is your number 1?
Yes, sir.
So, Jeff, your number 1 pick for A, Rare Breed Rye. So your turkey mouth is holding true.
Yeah, that's right.
So Rare Breed Rye. And you said that right off the bat. It was like, it just was.
That was good. Whatever it was.
But it was ethanol-y at first. Remember when you said it? You're like, whoa.
I was getting a lot of nail polish remover.
Yeah.
Which is acetone, actually. Like the traditional nail polish remover is acetone.
So our A's were the same. You poured Rare Breed Rye first.
What are the odds of that?
What are the odds of that?
Because you thought I was going to win.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So then I did C. What was C?
So C that came in second place for you was the Old Overholt.
It was a battle between B.
Wow.
I mean, I really struggle with it.
See, I had a battle between my
and I was
C
like,
with
there was things but you know what? I went back and forth a few times and I was just like, went with my last impression, and that was. So what was B?
Was it.
So Old Overholt takes second place for me.
So B, which was your third place.
Yep.
Pikesville.
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 Because that was battling out for second. So I don't, I'm pretty happy.
So you could go back and forth between B and
C. Yeah, that was really, really tough.
That's how I was. But the thing is, I didn't have Pikesville and I had the Willet. So that means your last place was the Schwillet.
Swillet. God.
Swillet. Now, it's interesting because I like when I go for a rye, because you said it's kind of like real rye.
That's what you like.
I did. Well, the thing is, hey, Willet came in. That came in second place for me.
Yeah.
So it was like,
yeah, because you were backwards.
I was backwards.
Yep.
Yeah, Willet was C for me. So that means Willet was your last place. Why was it your last place?
I was getting a lot of like, I don't know. I seem to be getting a lot of like confusion on the palate. A lot of like bitter notes. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it was like
compared to the others.
Yeah. I mean, it was just, I don't know. It seemed to be a little bit overly rye forward of the grain and of everything, and it was just, it was a little grainy, a little heavy on the rye forward, which I understand it's a rye, so it's supposed to be, but like the notes that were coming through were a bit aggressive.
Yeah.
Compared to the way some of the other ones have like morphed together. And I don't know, and maybe this is something we should quick look into is which one is the highest rye content. Because maybe it was just pushing the envelope for me. And there again, I'm coming from bourbon. So maybe if I spent more time with Ryes, I'd pick something different. You know?
Honestly, and this is where rye is insane, because I know that rare breed rye, I think, is like 51. I think they're at the absolute threshold. Pikesville's at that threshold, 51, right? The old overhaul, I actually don't know the mash bill in the old overhaul. If anyone has a second, could you just look at what the mash bill is for the old overhaul? I always forget, because they're using the same mash bills they use in their other products, like the bottle and bond and everything. But it's sitting at 114 proof. Yes, okay. Rare breed is sitting at the 51, so we knew that one. That's perfect. So that's at the bare minimum.
Right. I'll quick look it up.
And Willet, I don't know Willet's mash bill. I believe I maybe knew this at one point, and I totally forgot. So I don't know what their mash bill is on their.
I sort of thought, and the reason I was thinking about when I looked at it, I thought they were like a 95.5 or something. Like I thought it was pretty high. I could be completely wrong about that.
Yeah, I don't know. Undisclosed for overhaul. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what Jim Beam's rye mash bill is. Yeah, I don't know what their mash bill is. I think it's lower rye, to be honest. I think you're sitting right at that 51%. Now I don't know what they do with the rest, with their corn content. Like some have, higher malted barley or whatever it is. So that definitely can change things. Rye too, rye's real like temperamental. It's like
where you grow it.
It really is.
Yeah.
And when you malt it, like malted rye, if you add that in, that changes things.
Yeah.
I know New Riff, they put out a malted rye.
See, that's
6 year.
That's one that I think we are going to be battling, like the below 100s.
Yeah.
Or like 100 and below.
Yeah.
We have a battle coming up. So if somebody steals our idea, coming for you.
Shame on you.
Yeah. So because we do have some others we want to try, but we just figured since we had the most at that proof, roughly those higher proof points, we would do that.
Yeah.
But I'm happy about Rare Breed. I mean, this kind of like strokes my ego.
Dude, it's
being a turkey guy.
Dude, it's a solid. I would love to take Rare Breed
rye
rye.
I'm drinking from now on.
Yeah, that's it. We did Russell's Reserve against Rare Breed Bourbon. So I would love to do a Rare Breed rye against the Russell's Reserve single barrel rye.
Get the higher proof. Yeah, we have the 6 year, but that's coming in at
boom
90
Peter.
proof.
90 proof. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. See, thank you, Peter. I did think that the Willet was a higher rye, so it could be a threshold for me where I get to a certain point.
It's too much for
I'm making. I'm guessing at this point, but
it could be.
I mean, be that. Okay, I get to a certain point and that rye just really starts to take over.
The dill notes, like when you have the only rye that doesn't have crazy dill notes, that's really high rye, like that's a 95.5. The 95.5 rye that always does it for me, that was just amazing, like MGP, is the Backbone. I think Backbone, I guess they're Backbone Bourbon Company, or man. They made a rye. It was a 4 year, 110 proof, 95.5 that just smoked stuff and was like cheap. I think they still make it. It was the
Now, so do we want to take our winners and battle it against this other one? Or do you have or do you have too much to do today?
No, I'm all in.
All right.
Once we get Bubble Bath, once we get that in, once we get a bottle one day, I'd love the Jack Daniels.
Oh,
love the kind of.
Yeah, I would love to try that. And when I was in Kentucky the last time, Neil had me, because my in-laws live down there, and I was like, every store I went to, I was like scouring around. He's like, just look for that for me, just look for that. So I was looking, and man, I have never seen it.
They have very limited distribution right now. I think maybe it'll kick up, but you can get the 47% alcohol one, like the red label single barrel.
Yeah,
rye. So we can get that pretty well. Wow, that Pikesville.
Hey, you're selling the place. We're just throwing stuff on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and the other thing, I
Pikesville
don't know if
now.
we want to pour it all into this. God, I keep falling out of the view, like over here hanging out.
Yeah, get in here, buddy. I don't bite.
Buddy, I might.
So we're gonna put this Alberta rye in there.
Albertus pervertus.
Yep. Which is Canadian. This was obviously this is the second. I believe this is their second.
Where'd you find that?
So I found this at the Fine Wine Good Spirits in PA
PA?
here. 66% alcohol. So it's high up.
Ooh, now we're talking.
We're talking up there. And I believe, if I'm correct, I think
See
this
if
is
our friends
100% rye.
Is it?
If I'm correct. Doesn't say it
It should
on
say
there.
on the box. No?
Say on
Comes
the
with a
box.
nice box. It better say something.
It better say something on here.
I'm just glad Rare Breed won out for me. I mean,
I know,
this
yeah.
makes me feel good.
I'm happy
a
at
huge
Pikesville.
Rare Breed fan. Like,
Did you put
Turkey.
Rare Breed in there?
topped her off.
Good.
Top off the Pikesville.
I will.
So why Neil's getting weird about it is because his bottle, like my bottle, is I brought the Pikesville. So he's like afraid to take a little, which he should never be afraid to take a little.
I know, but still.
I let him take a little anytime.
You would, buddy. All right, we're going to go Pikesville. All right, I'll just take a little bit, buddy.
To help yourself.
Just a splash. All right, so we're going to try our favorites against this Alberta.
There's allegedly good things.
I've been sipping on it for a little bit, so I got through the neck pour.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, so this won like top whiskey. I think it was
Did it win an award and now it's like 3 times as much as it should be?
Murray's. Yeah, I think it was Murray's top whiskey. Yeah, and then it just like went off the shelves. But I found this and it was like, yes, we are. Is that we are definitely in PA? Is that Jed?
It's Jed.
Jed. Oh, I love that name, Jed. That's a cool name. We are in PA. Yes, we are in the state-controlled area of Pennsylvania, which we've had that discussion before. There's some good things, sort of.
If you're not into government overreach, but you know what? A guy I work with is into bourbons now, and he heads. We know we live real close to New Jersey, and some of the prices he was telling me though, like when you have, it seemed like this one place, everything was like double MSRP. Like everything he looked for was like
all
double. And I don't know if it's because they figure we're close enough to the border that we're going to come over. And so maybe if you got like deeper into New Jersey, you wouldn't have that problem. But I mean, there is that beauty.
Deeper and deeper.
You know what I mean? Like there's the beauty of,
Yeah.
people. The nice thing about heading over to New Jersey is usually what we found is the prices are competitive, but there's a lot more selection. If we were to umbrella the whole thing, I mean, you always
a lot
have
more
people who are
selection,
taking advantage, but then you just turn around and walk away.
Yeah, you just go to another store and that's the beautiful part of privatization is that you can just go. Oh, I don't like you. I don't like your prices. I'm going to go to the next store.
Yep.
They might be shittier, but they might be better.
Right.
So
Well, it gives the opportunity for somebody competition. Yep. I'm a capitalist, I guess, at heart.
Oh yeah.
When it comes down to whiskey,
that's the one thing about PA though. I do have to give them credit. They don't
gouge on the price. Yeah,
they are very, very.
Well, I think too, like because we are so close. Like if they were to, well, we're just going to Jersey.
Yeah, we're just going. Yeah, they have to.
They have to keep
have
it
a competition. Yeah.
So even though it's state run, there's still competition, literally 5 miles away because we are on the border.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
So Jed, where do you reside?
Southeastern, Central, Northeastern. Where you at? Where you at,
yo?
So yeah, we have Alberta Premium.
That's got a
the
strong
cast strength
nose
rye
on it.
Dude. But the thing is, it doesn't have any of your dill notes. None of your dill notes.
Well, it could be. Is it now? Question: where is the rye grown?
So I believe this rye is grown in Canada.
Canada?
I think it's grown in Canada.
It's funny, my niece said that one time.
I can do a little bit of searching, but I believe so. Which I know.
That's got like a real alcohol-y nose to it.
Oh yeah, it's a 66%. I think the other batch before this that won that award was less alcohol.
Okay, a little
So
lower
this
proof.
is upped up a little bit. But Whistle Pig gets a lot of their stuff from Alberta.
Yeah, and I've
So they're
heard.
getting a lot.
See,
of
I
rye
haven't
from
really
there.
dabbled much in the Whistle Pig, but man, I was real close to buying one of their like 10-year. I think it was a 10-year.
Oh yeah, and then they have the 6-year piggyback. I've never had a Whistle Pig, never.
I think I tried it once.
Reading action. So you're not
Reading.
far from us,
Dude, you're like
We're to
my
Lehigh
wife's
Valley,
from Kutztown.
right
I
down
used
the
to-
road.
Yeah, literally right down the road. Sweet, man.
Maybe we got to get a little whiskey tasting going on, Jed.
Yeah.
If you want, email us at thebourbonbuddies@gmail.com, Jed. We'll set something up or something. Get together, meet up. Since restrictions are a little bit lifting, but we can,
supposedly by the end of the month, man, we're gonna be able to just make out in public with anybody we want.
Ooh. So I got to find out.
Turkey smells good though. It could be because I know the turkey, but like this is a little on the alcohol side.
It is definitely, the Alberta is like bonk. Yeah, it's 100% rye. Yeah. The thing is, like, you get more mint rather than the dill. It's very minty and mentholy.
I was just gonna say, you don't get the heavy, and I'll use air quotes. God damn, I keep moving the wrong way. The dilly rye notes, and now I'm wondering how climate affects that, because if it is grown in Canada, like we know with the wine stuff, it's tough to get good reds in Pennsylvania because the growing season is just too short for the grapes to mature and the sugar content and all that stuff. You know how that works.
Mm-hmm.
There is no dill notes, none of that like kind of like rye grain or grainy notes or anything. It's pretty freaking good. Now you're dealing with, you said 100% rye?
100% rye. So I don't know what they use to start, like, with. I'm assuming that I have to use some. Interesting, because like when you think about the process of fermentation, you have to have something where it's kind of malted to start the process. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it, if they have malted rye in there mixed in.
Well,
but that's
I see what you're trying, where you're driving that.
There's a little that sweetness in that Alberta. It's almost like a mapley.
Yeah, and see, that's what I always tell people with ryes too. Rye can express itself in different ways. Some people are like, "Oh, I don't like rye because it's too spicy. It's too this." You know, the dill notes and all that stuff. But I'm like, man, like sometimes it expresses itself like maple. And what's tough about these two, the rare breed is still freaking good, but you're dealing with like a 51% rye versus like 100% rye.
Yeah.
Now, the only thing that I know that might compete and like be the wrench in the works, but I don't know if I should say it. Buddy, what did you just do? Add water?
I just added water to the Alberta.
Just see what
it's
happens.
hot.
See, I don't think it's hot. You're getting soft.
Maybe I'm getting soft in my old age.
That is good.
It is like, it's like if you take nuts, but you just like crush everything up. That's kind of in there in the Alberta.
It is. It definitely drinks.
Smash it.
It definitely drinks warm, but I would never say 66% alcohol. Never. It is that soft on the palate, alcohol wise. Man, to pick the two, I mean, you're sort of comparing apples and oranges, you know?
That's true. Oh, that Pikesville. Oh, it's just so dense. Like the nose in the Pikesville is just so.
You know, it and it's probably the proof point, but it is edging out the rare breed in certain areas. But here again, you're dealing with a much higher proof point.
That's true. I mean, it is. I mean, you're up there at.
Now, what is the Dad's Hat proof point?
Dad's Hat out of Pennsylvania. That's 6. This one is the cast strength, or single barrel, 62.8% percent alcohol.
So that's a close battle royale.
That's a close battle. That would be interesting. I might have to reserve.
All right,
Might have to
next time,
because that could be
want to crack it. So basically, then should we line up if we're gonna do another one? Should we line up rare breed? Well, no, because you didn't pick it. So we'd have to do the Alberta versus Dad's Hat
and see what comes out. Are you saying the Alberta's beating out Rare Breed Rye?
Well, yes and no.
Damn politician.
Yes. Yeah, it's.
I mean, what do
it does not drink near what it's saying.
I mean, would you say this is 100% rye?
No,
no.
I would never guess it's 100% rye.
I mean, that is expressing itself with enough sweetness to keep you just motivated and going back.
And so where I'm going with this is, you have this now grown in a colder climate,
correct?
Right?
Which rye tends to grow better in colder.
Right, in cooler climates. So is that why, what we're not liking as much, or where that dill note's coming from is just like the climate it's grown in?
It could be.
The Dad's Hat had it one time, but that is really good. I remember it being
solid.
It's really good. A lot of maple note, a lot of this stuff. So is that coming through? Are we basically just dealing with, it's not so much a crafting process as much as it is a farming and climate issue?
And
you know what I mean?
That brings you to terroir, right?
Right.
That whole funky word.
Yep.
But that brings in that whole thing of like, okay, well, climate, atmosphere, what you're doing to the soil,
what type of soil, just in general, what type of soil it's grown in, just like
air
coffee.
Quality,
just like coffee though. Like if you grow coffee in certain regions,
higher altitudes,
or like Kona coffee was a real big thing, grown in volcanic soil.
Yeah,
that affected the, you know what I mean. So it's like it's all those things. It's cigars and all that stuff. It's something to explore, which I think we're going to be doing more exploring into this once things settle down a little bit.
Yeah.
For everybody, for us to involve. But that is surprisingly good.
Yeah, the Alberta
does not drink hot at all.
No. The thing is, like, here's the thing. You go Whistle Pig, right? Let's say you buy a bottle of Whistle Pig. I mean, you're talking money, right? Even for the piggyback here.
But so where do we know where is all their stuff grown locally, like to wherever they are? Well,
they typically source. So they're sourcing mainly their rye from Alberta, but it's not really. It's not just them though. They're kind of like and I know they have their own. Here. I think they're growing some of their own.
Sprinkle a little of their own in there.
Kind of like who I really like that does that is to take they're sourcing, but then mixing this Bardstown Bourbon Company. They just do such a nice job with that. I can't talk enough good about that.
It's just a cool place too. Like when you get there and you see everything they're doing, and it's just a cool place. They sort of like kind of approach it a little bit different. Yeah, they're willing to like try anything, and that's one thing when we did the tour, it was like, they bring in chefs and stuff to try to like people outside of the bourbon industry to say, okay, if we blend these two, what do you think of this? Help us blend this. Let's try this. And they do a lot of experimenting and bring a lot of different, I'll call it disciplines for a lack of a better word, like chefs and people outside the industry, but yet deal with that kind of like combining things. So it was really interesting to see, like, let's see what somebody who's coming from the culinary side would say to blend it with. And let's see, you know what I mean? And like, they don't get hung up on like, all right, well, this is the way we've always done it, or get themselves caught up in one thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thanks, Mike.
Of course. It's just, you're right. It's like, they're just branching.
No, I've never had Woodinville.
They're out of Washington State. That would be interesting because they're up a little bit more.
Yeah, right? that would be interesting.
Get a little bit of wetter climate. Well, Washington isn't necessarily wetter. I shouldn't say that because Washington, there's some barren areas in Washington State.
You're just thinking everybody thinks of Washington and Seattle. Rain, grunge rock. That's it.
Oh, grunge.
Flannel shirts, crappy jeans, rainy weather.
The good days.
Yep.
The good old days. Yeah. But the Alberta Premium.
That's really good.
Do we put it real quick up against the dad's hat? We just sneak it in.
We could sneak it in. I'm
What
okay
time?
with that. Whatever you want.
3:44. We'll sneak it in real quick.
Let's sneak it in.
Let's sneak it
For
in.
the fine folks who are hanging out with us. All right, so that for me does beat out Rare Breed, but it's two different animals.
Very different than Pikesville.
And when I say beat out, what do I mean? I don't know.
Just right now, you're feeling it. You're feeling
Rare Breed
good with
is
it.
freaking good though.
Rare Breed Rye is very.
I think
good.
that's all I'm drinking from now on.
Rare Breed Rye.
So I actually had a friend that used to say that.
That's all I'm drinking now.
And it didn't matter what it was. It was like whatever he discovered. Oh, this is all I'm using from now on. Could be anything. And that was always his line.
This is all I'm using.
All right, so you just poured Dad's hat. So do we need another Albertus?
Yeah, do you want a little bit more Albertus?
Albertus, Pervertus. There's a town near us called Albertus. I keep getting out of freaking frame.
You're like,
That's my own fault.
you're
All right,
anti-framer.
guys. I'm an anti-framer.
Anti-framer. All right, so we just poured Dad's hat. Now this is
PA represent.
This is a special bottle. This is a single barrel store pick PA fine wine, good spirits. It's at cask strength, and this puppy is using. Let me just make sure.
5.5, right?
Yeah, so this is aged a minimum 3 years, but let me look here. So we're just over 4 years old.
Yeah.
So, well, 4.5 years old on this.
So Dad's hat, if you haven't had it, is a pretty big deal here in PA. They're probably one of the bigger names in PA.
In PA, yeah.
Yeah.
They get the most distribution, I'd say.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, as far as now, do they do any bourbon, anything, or are they just sticking straightly rye?
They're rye.
Straight
They
rye.
finish rye in like vermouth barrels, and
Yeah, they're big. They're
yeah.
they're kind of trying to keep that old school rye thing going,
yeah, I think they do.
which is cool. I would say them for being the best rye around in PA, like local stuff. And I mean, Eight Oaks is good. They have a Pinot Noir finished rye.
Dude, Eight Oaks is starting to kind of become.
They have some good stuff. So I don't know
Yeah.
if you guys can like order it online or something if you want to try some stuff. They're Pinot Noir finished rye. And me and my brother drank a bunch of that with cigars one night, and it
Yeah.
blended well with the cigars we had. That was killer.
Yeah, yeah.
And I would say though, bourbon, if you guys aren't checking out Mclaughlin, you're missing out.
Dude,
That
they're-
stuff is awesome.
that's Western PA.
That's out towards Pittsburgh.
That's where it all began.
Yep, that stuff is
That's
stuff's
killer.
slamming.
That
yeah.
baby barrel, like barrel strength.
Yeah, we still have to do
Formal.
bring that to you guys, like a
Yeah.
little formal, but man,
God.
that stuff's good. So something to look forward to. We've been busy, but we're not gone.
We're not going. So we got Alberta, the premium cask strength rye versus Dad's Hat
Now, this is the
cask
bad time
strength
right here.
single barrel. Yep.
Now
A
I'm
little
definitely
4 years
picking
old.
up.
See, Dad's Hat hits the
I'm not going to be able to do anything after this. This is what it always turns into. We have we're just going to do these 4, and then we start grabbing stuff. And then I'll be in bed by 6 o'clock.
libation exploration. Sorry, I'm having a hard time reading right now. It's happening, buddy. It's happening.
It's all right.
But yeah. So yeah, definitely in the 4-year range. The smaller barrels in the 1-year-old range. So with the small barrels, that's what Mclaughlin's doing. You don't need to. Typically,
they're
you're not
baby
aging
barrel,
it as
they're
long.
they're really small. There was couple other distilleries doing some baby barrel stuff too.
Yeah, Leopold Brothers 3-chamber rye. No, we're gonna have to check that out.
Yeah,
Leopold.
never heard of that.
Yeah, that's
Thank you for bringing that.
Yeah,
to our
we're
attention.
gonna have to check that out.
Guy, the stuff that I sent you was the Mclaughlin baby barrel bourbon cask strength. That stuff is awesome.
Did you see him in the cask strength?
I
Or the
did.
yeah.
I sent him the cask strength. I wasn't
my
fooling
God.
around.
Damn.
And that's I
good
think
stuff.
he sells that for like $250 a bottle or something. Yeah, it's epic stuff.
You think about what he's doing, he's got to charge that much because it's like you're making your own barrels.
yeah, literally
Like
from what I understand, he makes his own barrels off oak off his own property, like land that he owns.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, you don't get more like personalized than that. You know, it's they're not sourcing anything. Like he's literally doing it all. So
the only problem is that you have to charge more because like
you're
literally doing it.
You're doing it all yourself. Yeah. So
yeah.
But man, that stuff is really good.
Mm-hmm. Oh. And it was like 120. It's crazy.
It was. And Guy's right. It does not drink hot. So, you know, a lot of times those baby barrel things, it almost feels like they're rushing it. Like I've had some baby barrel stuff where they put it in smaller barrels, damn it, air quote. That's my thing now, air quote. Age it faster. And there's something that's amiss of things sitting there and actually taking time. Like I don't think you can sort of rush certain things. But dude, that baby barrel cask strength, Guy's 100% right. That stuff is awesome. So whatever they're doing up there, however they're doing it, like there's always the exception to the rule, and they are the exception to the rule.
Oh yeah, big exception. Mr. Whiskey Shits, good to see you.
Yeah, man, that's a real thing.
That's a real thing.
Especially the day after.
Yeah. Honestly, these two are very different.
They are. I just try to
see. Dad's Hat has that PA rye.
If I had to pick between the two, I'm going to say Dad's Hat.
You're going Dad's Hat.
I'm going Dad's Hat, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah, please tell me.
It's got more like richness, and there's a little bit of a sweeter note that kind of rounds it out. And here again, I'm splitting hairs. This other stuff is awesome. Alberta, that stuff's awesome, and you would never guess it's at its proof point.
No, and you would never guess 100% rye.
No. What is this 100% or is it like 95.5?
I think that's like, yeah, it's like, it's not 95.5, but it's like
70.
It's all, I think what they use in Dad's Hat is rye and malted rye. I think that's it. I think that's the whole Pennsylvania.
Okay, so they're almost kind of just playing with the two.
Yeah, they're using malted rye to start the
Dad's Hat just is a little sweeter and a little bit more rounded.
And I don't know, Dad's Hat has a little bit more character. The thing is, it stands out a little bit more than the Alberta. Whereas the Alberta, if you want that just solid, smooth experience, that Alberta is going to give you. It won't. If you're not a rye person, like you don't like the dill notes and you don't like, weirdness and stuff like that, the Alberta, I swear you're going to love that. The cask strength one.
It is really good.
I'm telling you, put that over like an ice cube or like a sphere.
Dare you?
Dude, in the summer, you put that on there, like you're talking. But the Dad's Hat has more character.
You're talking pants naked in half an hour.
Oh yeah. It has that very rye note, like Pennsylvania rye. It's the Thistlefinch has that same note.
Is Thistlefinch rye?
Yeah, out of Lancaster. Yeah, they're out of Pennsylvania, and it's got this like.
We're gonna have to approach all these things later.
We're gonna have to approach.
But no, the Dad's Hat. Now, is that something people can order online? Like, how does it work? Can they go on? Well, let's say somebody's not in the state. Can they go on?
I don't know. I don't think so. They might. The thing is, they have distribution outside of PA. So Dad's Hat's your best bet.
And I'm going to say between the two, we had the Battle Royale. I mean, they're within a few percent of alcohol. I'm going to say Dad's Hat still beats it out. They're both phenomenal, but they're different animals.
Yeah. According to the Google.
Okay.
So they have a little malted barley in there. Got it. So a little 5. Okay, so they have 15% malted barley. So it's just 5% malted rye in Dad's Hat.
Okay, so the barley is kind of what's kind of rounding it off and kind of softening the edges, if you will. Okay, that's very cool.
Definitely.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Yeah. It's real interesting. It's got a very interesting kind of note on there. It's very Pennsylvania rye, you know. All right, good luck. We'll be here.
Neil's wife just came through.
Exciting.
The Dad's Hat is giving you more like maple and cherry.
Yeah,
for sure. But the Alberta, much respect to them for what they're doing up there.
Yeah,
that's 100% rye. That's really, really unique. Now, is that something that everybody can get, or is that like weird distribution? Now,
Alberta's pretty. They like distributed the shit out of it, but lately, I don't know. It probably got bought up. I don't know.
So?
I think
now
so.
I'm gonna quick put it up against the Rare Breed. Now, Rare Breed's 51%, right?
Yeah.
So
You're talking totally different beast. I think with Ryes, overall, you have such a wide range.
But I just feel like
Ryes.
there's some like unsung heroes out there.
Yeah,
we're probably gonna drive up Ryes right now, and then like the distilleries owe us some respect.
Yeah, right.
Or maybe like a little kickback or something. Anything, guys? Come on. No, but man, the Dad's Hat, this stuff, it's got like, I just feel like there's more maple and cherry and stuff going in it.
Of the Dad's Hat, yeah.
Yeah.
Bubble Bath, you're kicking ass for it. Oh my God, thank you so much. So
Bubble Bath is on it.
Seal Box. Definitely. Okay, so they have the cast strength rye, but it looks like they only ship inside PA, which makes sense. I think PA gets weird.
Well, yeah, PA does get weird because of the whole liquor control and everything, but I have seen Dad's Hat in other states.
Correct. I think they have distribution outside of PA, but if you were to order it from Dad's Hat as a person,
okay,
they only can do within state.
So this is what we're going to do. We're going to put up Neil's address. You order it to Neil's house, and then he'll ship it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's awfully nice of you, buddy.
Well, thank you, buddy. Yeah.
What's out?
I think with
okay, you've seen it up there, so that's good.
I could definitely see it being represented up there, you know, a little bit. This is interesting. This is like, you know, all these ryes. I think it really does get you to like appreciate how different ryes are.
Yes,
coming from different areas,
and that's. Oh, I'm sorry, cut you off, buddy.
No, please.
But that's what I've always said to people: like, you don't like rye, or they like rye. It's like I feel like rye is you're throwing it under an umbrella that it doesn't deserve to be under.
Agreed.
It could express itself in so many different ways. So it's just like saying you don't like whatever. Like there was a certain wine grape that I said I didn't like, but Neil tricked me one time, and I ended up liking it. So it's one of those things that like just because you don't like something or you think you don't, there might be one out there that you do. So like, never put an end to anything. Never say ryes aren't any good or you're just not into it. It's like, well, you just haven't found one yet.
Yeah.
Because I'm the same way. And it's kind of, I was like, you know what? I should really just go out there and just try.
Yeah.
And that's what really this is all about, is us just trying a bunch of stuff and seeing what the unsung heroes of rye really is.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, tell you, the high proof point here, which we've had plenty of. Holy shit.
I know.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I think for me, when you go from Kentucky rye to Pennsylvania to Canada, it's like
it's night and day.
It's night and day. You can't. I don't even know if you see, and that's where.
But the cooler climates seem to be something about it. So now that what makes me wonder, like, okay, what about New York? What about is there any distilleries in like New York State that are making ryes that we just haven't heard of?
Finger Lakes makes a rye. Finger Lakes Distillery, which makes the Mackenzie.
They're up
which
there?
we love. They're in the Finger Lakes. Yep. Mackenzie
cool place
bourbon.
To check out, by the way.
Yeah, it is a cool place. They have some good stuff.
Yeah. If you have to take the wife, there's wineries everywhere. There's even breweries. And if you're gonna fish it, weirdest thing. I was just a friend of mine, just talking to him today, who goes up there to fish. Like the water is so clear.
Mm-hmm.
that you can be in like 35 feet of water and still see the bottom on certain lakes. It's the
That's
weirdest
insane.
thing. Yeah, it's weird. It's like unsettling weird because I've been in some deep water on my kayak. And it doesn't feel like a big deal because you're kind of looking at everything here because you can't see the bottom. When you can see the bottom and you're in like 35 feet of water, it is like it's freaky.
It's freaky.
It's freaky.
You can see it all the way down. Ugh.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, big time. Getaway rye.
So, is there any other PA that's making just rye?
Just rye?
What do we got? I mean,
Thistlefinch. Yeah,
Right.
Thistlefinch is making Lancaster. There's a couple. Social Still, they make a bourbon and a rye.
Social Still, we did a
Wiggle.
review on their. They don't make that one anymore.
Oh, the deep cut or
The
whatever.
deep cut rye. Yeah, that was okay.
Yeah, Wiggle out of like they're outside like Pittsburgh. They
They
make bourbon and rye.
There's
But
another one out there too called Liberty Pole. I think
Mhm.
my brother talks about. They make like a peated bourbon.
yes, they make
My
a
brother
peated
lives
bourbon.
out by Pittsburgh, and there's like a peated bourbon or something like that out there that he said is actually pretty good.
Which would be interesting to try.
That
'cause
would be cool. And there again, if you can just send it to Neil, like Eight Oaks Pinot Noir, we did mention that one. That was really good.
that's really
But some PA stuff seems to be like maybe it's that perfect climate for rye.
I think it is.
Maybe
And that's
I'm,
where it all
kind of
started.
curious about New York though. And
Yeah,
like,
I think
and
New
like
York-
wiggling your way up there to like Vermont. You know what I mean? And keeping it in the state, maybe you can get stuff shipped easier. I don't know.
Mhm. It's interesting stuff.
Yeah, but
Tell
I'm
you
going to
that
say
much.
right now, the dad's hat beats it all out. So
Damn.
mad props, PA.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Oh. I like some funky funk. Frey Ranch.
So how does that taste? Like, give us a couple, couple notes. See how that tastes, because that's Nevada would be weird, man.
The thing is, like, you think about the landscape and everything, it'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, because there is something about climate that really has a factor.
Pikesville. Damn it.
Buddy, I can hook you up, man.
I know. I'm going to have to get a bottle. That Pikesville Rye. Wow.
You know what's funny is that I was at Heaven Hill years ago,
Mm-hmm.
before Neil was even into bourbon. I stopped at Heaven Hill because my father-in-law bought a property. He retired basically to Kentucky, and we went to. I think it was one of the first distilleries I went to was Heaven Hill, and I was like, I wasn't that into rye. And I remember trying Old Fitzgerald for the first time. His last name is Fitzgerald. And I was just like, yeah, it's good, but I don't know. And back then they were selling it at the distillery for $130. Now it's like 150, 170. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But I was like, I just remember trying Pikesville and be like, well, that's not bad. Like I was just kind of new into bourbon, so I really didn't know anything, like know what to expect, no heads or tails of what was going on. But I remember Pikesville isn't bad. And then I haven't had it and I never bought it till like maybe the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
And I was like, we need to like really take a look at this rye thing.
Yeah.
Because we dabble in it, but it's like it's never like spending time with it.
Yeah.
And really kind of sifting through it like you do a bourbon.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many more bourbons out there, but
Oh, yeah. But I mean, I'll be honest, like Ryes, with the whole bartender scene, in the 90s and the 2000s, like it really kind of pushed Ryes out to the threshold, like Bullet Rye. Like every bartender was like, I'm using Bullet Rye, and that's a 95.5 rye.
yeah.
That's a
It's
serious
a very
rye.
popular rye. And I know it's a very popular bourbon. I don't know if it's because of the name. I'm not crazy about their regular offering, but their barrel proof is very, very good.
I like it. Yeah.
I'm hit or miss with the whole orange label bottle.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I know some people, one in particular, who really likes the 95.5, the green label. And I'm like, okay, so you want the, I think that's 95.5.
Yep.
So
MGP.
You're after that. Well, I think you might be missing out on some things.
Oh yeah, there's plenty more
like,
out there.
And that's sort of what started this whole like, all right, I'm going to explore some of this.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna check it out and see what's going on with some of these ryes.
Yeah. This is about the I think I'm terrible with like pronunciation of words. I'm saying fray. It's probably fry.
It's probably fry.
Yeah. So it smells like Parmesan or truffles. I'm into that. I love the funky funk.
Yeah, I mean, Parmesan's good.
Dude, I like funky stuff.
What's it? Is it Locatelli Pecorino Romano?
Oh,
it smells anything like that, I'm in.
This is cool. So what I'm gonna suggest is that we're gonna do another rye with a little bit lower proof, or we could do another higher proof.
We got to battle some stuff out.
We got some.
I think we have to sift through this whole rye thing.
Yeah, we're gonna have to like do a journey like Scott from My Bourbon Journey.
And be like, we're gonna start a new channel called My Rye Journey.
Oh my god, it'll kill us.
He'd be pissed.
Dude, he'll call me up and be like, Neil,
the F are you guys doing?
Yeah, the fuck are you doing?
Scott, good dude. If you haven't checked out his channel, make sure you check him out.
Oh yeah, dude, he's awesome.
Yeah, he is awesome. But I wonder how much he's dabbled into ryes.
I think he gets in there a little bit. He doesn't do like Scotch as much. He's not. What did you think, Scott?
Scotch,
right?
Yeah, he really should.
But he doesn't.
Not an opportunity there.
Yeah, he's. But I think Ryes, he'll get into Ryes.
Yeah, I'm sure he's touched base on that somewhere.
Oh yeah. But we're just to let you guys know, we're going to be coming up in June. Well, end of June, July, beginning of July. We're going to go down to Kentucky. So we're going to have to. We're going to do a couple things down there, and send you guys some videos and put some stuff
keep
on
you guys
YouTube.
in the loop of what's going on.
Maybe do some lives while we're down there.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool.
So for right now, I would say, for me personally, Rare Breed for just that run of the mill.
Yep.
Dad's hat, if you can get your paws on it.
I like that. And then for me, Pikesville.
Now, what does Dad's hat offer? Really?
They have a bunch. They have a bottle and bond.
I know they have a bottle and bond. I mean, the cast strength's probably hard to get.
Cast strength's a little bit more difficult to get, but it seems like you can kind of get it here and there if you look. And then they have like a different finishing ryes. So they're finishing different stuff.
A lot.
Yeah, they're doing a lot. Plus they have this one. This is discontinued though, but this is their straight rye at 95 proof. That's discontinued.
Maybe we'll have to bring that out in the 100 and under category.
We're gonna
battle
have to.
some of these ryes.
I'd like to see it.
We have
blind.
Russell Six Fear. We have Mickners. We have some other things coming. Maybe possibly a new riff.
Yes.
So we're gonna try to put together a good
combo.
array. Yeah, good combo of everything. A good variety of things, and don't take our word for it. Like, check them out. Try it.
Yeah.
You might not agree with us, and that's okay. If you're like a funky rye bread, I'll think you're wrong, but whatever you like. But we're just trying to. I just feel like it's the uncharted waters a little bit. Like, I don't think enough people pay attention to it. There's probably some real hidden gems out there.
Oh yeah, ryes. I think ryes in general don't get
hunted.
The love
they don't get the love like bourbons.
They don't. Sometimes they do. Very rare, but bourbons just get all the love. I mean, you get
it's what's hot right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Hansel, he's so hot right now.
But this I mean, is the Alberta. I'm intrigued.
Dude, the Alberta's very good.
I'm intrigued.
Don't sleep on that Alberta. I understand why it got the accolades, honestly.
Yeah, if you can get your hands on it, I would definitely do it.
Dude,
now that it's been sitting in the glass, I'm getting a little bit more of the rye notes though coming through.
They do come out a little bit.
Yeah.
But
so you're not gonna if you're not somebody who's into rye, I would say which I'm not. I'm a little touch and go with it, so I'm going to be a little picky.
That's why,
and it's it might be a little, it might be a little too strong, and as it sits in the glass, it starts to get more of those rye forward notes. It's not as subdued as it was.
Yeah, you
He's
get your
definitely
licorice
good.
and
Yeah.
black
So
licorice.
it's one of those things where I don't want to lead anybody astray, but
Oh, of course.
you know.
But that's damn tasty. Oh,
yeah, it's very good. But to dip your toes in the water, you would go with Pikesville, I would go with Rare Breed. Kind of
that Pikesville
get your
is
feet wet
incredible.
with the there again, you're dipping in. It's not crazy amount of rye. You're kind of dipping your toes in it.
Yep.
I would go with that.
Barely legal.
Barely legal. That's terrible. That's freaking terrible.
That's really bad. But
Oh.
yeah, I'll
go back to some Rare Breed right now.
should. Yeah, I think so what we'll do is we'll definitely do a little bit lower proof maybe, and
yeah, we should battle some things out.
Yeah.
We have some Mickners, some Russells.
Yep.
We
We got some stuff.
some new riff. We'll get our hands on some stuff, and we'll definitely let you guys know what's happening.
Agreed. That's gonna be on the shuffle. I have a bottle of that, and I love Old Forester Rye. the
Yeah,
100 proof.
I've been actually that came up
God, is that good?
a lot with when researching Ryes.
Oh, it's so
Like, who's
good.
making what's hot on the streets right now. And that kept coming up, so I definitely get our hands on that. And if
Yeah.
Neil has a bottle, well, that's even better.
It's delicious. And I know they just came out with a single barrel proof version of the Old Forester Rye. They're not distributing it as much. It's limited, so you're not going to really
We'll
get
keep
it
our
much.
eyes out. When
It's like
we're,
80
when we're
bucks.
down in Kentucky, we'll keep our eyes out.
We'll see. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
Probably not going to get it, but
probably not. But,
maybe.
you know, and that's a whole nother topic for another time. But this whole distribution thing and the hype train and this is the next greatest thing, and
there's always another bottle out there. If you just sit and think about it and you go, nope, I'll just wait. You're good. You're fine. You move on.
yes, exactly.
You get
And I
caught
know
up real quick.
We've done videos about like just getting away from the whole allocated.
Yeah,
thing
letting
and
go.
Just let it go.
Let the allocated go, and you'll live a better life because
Yeah.
you're not going to be at work being like on your phone, being like, oh my God, is this going to drop?
Not
And
gonna
then
try
you
to
have to
get
go-
a bottle and then you get it and it's
I've
tastes
been
like
there.
ass and
I've been there.
yeah.
I've gotten some Eagle Rare store picks because of that. So
and I've said it before, but it's like, I get the whole marketing and I can respect of the hyping the thing up and like getting things to sell and creating interest and everything. Totally respect that.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's a big letdown. Sometimes it's a huge letdown.
yeah,
So
let
you
it
got to
go.
find what you can get your paws on.
Just go into the shelf and
Enjoy
start
it.
feeling bottles.
Yeah.
See what
Get your
feels
hands,
good.
Get your hands on some stuff. But I'm actually, if you guys could let us know, like, what you've had rye-wise that was like, man, this stuff really changed my outlook on it, I would definitely be into that because I feel like it's a really like a little bit of uncharted waters,
Mm-hmm.
and like, where do you turn? Because you're kind of putting like, if you had a rye and it was a bad experience, you paint all ryes with that brush.
Yes.
And just like bourbons, it's not the case. Just like scotches, it's not the case, or Irish whiskey or whatever. And honestly, that leads us to another topic of just Canadian whiskey in general.
Yeah, it gets a bad rap. You think Crown Royal, it's like,
yeah.
but the thing is, Crown Royal, there's probably
some
definitely good Crown Royal out there.
There's probably some good releases or special bottles, whatever. That's probably some good stuff. So obviously,
yeah,
you never want to put just like a stamp on anything and say, okay, and you don't want to really write anything off.
No,
so
never.
That's where I'm leaving that.
I'm gonna leave it right that with you, buddy. I'm good. Aiden, hello. Thanks for joining us. I think we're gonna be signing off here, but
yeah, Neil's
Aiden,
got stuff to do.
I always got
a busy
stuff
man.
to do. So busy, and then so busy. Yes. Oh, Sazerac. So I have not had Sazerac Rye yet.
You know
from
what?
Buffalo Trace. We have to pick. I can find it though.
That is something
I have a source
that when I was kind of dabbling around, like, okay, what ryes are available? That stuff came up a lot, and people were speaking good about it. Like, I was just trying to find out, like, all right, what's around me, what's available, what can I get my hands on to kind of figure this out. And that came up a lot. So we'll definitely try to get that. And that's coming in what, like 90?
I think 90 proof.
Yeah. So we're going to put that in the lower proof category, the 100 and below. And maybe we'll battle royale that. What are you chuckling?
Don't bother. Definitely, we got to drink more Ryes. So that's my only thing I have to do the whole night.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that on my list. I have a list at my
drink
desk.
more Ryes.
Yep, I'm gonna put that on. I got a list at home because stuff will pop into my head. This is a little side note.
Yeah,
stuff will pop in my head. I don't write it down. I got about 5 minutes, and that's gone until the next thing pops in my head. So I got a list at my desk at my computer, like things to look up, things to buy, like, hey, make sure you get this. Anything from, you name it, stuff for the house, stuff for myself, stuff for work, whatever. If I don't write it down, so I'll put that down, like drink more Ryes. That'll get me digging around to see what's available.
There's Ryes out there that they're there to be had.
Yeah, and there's some amazing Ryes out there. So
we just had some amazing ones tonight.
Yeah, I'm talking about this dad's hat. That's phenomenal.
Yeah, and the Pikesville.
Pikesville's good.
Delicious.
Alberta Perverta. Jesus.
The old overhaul.
Okay, so I think that came from.
Yeah.
As I think my brother used to have a neighbor named Alberta. Oh my God. That was her name, and he called her Alberta Perverta.
Oh my God.
I think that's where that came from.
Was she a perverta?
No.
Okay.
He probably just wished she was. I don't know.
Weirdo.
Yep.
Yeah, agreed. Aiden, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
Pikesville, baby.
I bought that a week or two ago. It is really, really solid.
Solid rye.
Although I think I voted in like third.
It's all right, but it was a competition.
Trade you straight up. be like baseball cards when we trade bottles.
Oh yeah, Jesus.
Yeah, Pikesville's good stuff. I mean, Heaven Hill knows what they're doing. Turkey knows what they're doing. But I mean, Dad's Hat, barrel proof PA. I mean, that's taking it from
stuff.
me.
Yeah, it's really taking the number one for you, which is big.
That is big.
It's beating out those Kentucky Giants.
Yeah, your big players in the whole.
Yeah, it's just.
It just shows that you never know what somebody's putting out.
Agreed.
So, all right, I think we're gonna wrap this baby up.
Yeah, it's time to wrap.
Really appreciate everybody hanging with us, everybody watching. We've been busy, so we thank you again for hopping back on with us. Really appreciate it.
Yes.
So the Sazerac Rye sucks.
Sorry, noted.
Noted. Yep.
Yeah, if it's
so we'll hesitate.
Yeah.
To add it to our list.
Buffalo Trace.
Nothing
against them.
Okay, but the whole Buffalo Trace thing kind of chaps my ass a little bit.
Oh shit.
With the whole everything's allocated. Like I went into one of our stores and they have that like bourbon whatever. What are they the one up in Allentown? You told me to check out that store and I was working right by there.
Oh yeah, the Bourbon Gallery.
Bourbon Gallery. It really wasn't much of any different than any other PA store, like premium selection store. Now, with that being said, so there really wasn't anything different than any other store. I think it's just there again. It's marketing. But I walk in there and it's like, we have Buffalo Trace. Like 3 people told me they had just regular Buffalo Trace bourbon. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Like why that's allocated, I have no idea. It's not a bad bourbon, but it's not anything to blow your skirt up.
No.
And I'm like, okay, fine. Yeah, cool. Thank you. Why are you telling me this? And the fact that their entry level bourbon is allocated means they are doing something right.
Yes.
With marketing. That every damn Buffalo Trace product there is like pulling teeth to get.
Yeah.
You used to be able to go in and just buy Eagle Rare.
Yeah.
You just buy it. $34. Buy it. No big deal. Yeah, hey, cool. What a killer product. $34 for a 10-year product.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Gone.
Now.
Yeah.
And just like
Taylor.
Yeah, oh, trying to find that. You turned me on to that.
Small batch.
And
Even this is the small batch.
Just a small batch.
Single
He
barrel.
was like,
my
oh, go down to
ass.
the store down here. They have it all the time. I remember buying. I think I bought like 1 or 2 bottles over the course of like several months.
Yeah. It's
Okay,
not,
now you can't find it.
No.
You know, now it's like a unicorn.
Stag
And I'm
Junior.
like,
Like, good luck.
What the hell are they doing down there? That Buffalo Trace is all of a sudden like
I think it's
the
the Pappy
holy grail.
It's the Pappy example. The Pappy.
And Blanton's, you used to be able to walk in and just buy Blanton's. They would have a couple on the shelf. Then it turned in you'd have to ask. And now it's like you got to like, you know, fight a bunch of ninjas in a hall, in a hallway before you can get to the door that opens up that you have to, you know what I mean? Like it turned into a whole thing. And I'm like, what the hell is Buffalo Trace doing that this is worth twice the cost and the effort and all the obstacles and the hoops to jump through to get a Buffalo Trace product?
Maybe Bubble Bath is right. They paid Jim Murray a shit ton of money.
Maybe.
God, I can't even talk. Jesus.
But yeah, it's like, okay, regular $26.99. At least that's what it was when I was there. But 3 people that worked at the store were telling,
like,
oh, we have Buffalo Trace. I'm like, yeah, great. Good for you. Like, I don't want that.
It's like, it's 90 proof. It's great.
It's an entry level bourbon, and it's not bad bourbon, but it's an entry level bourbon. And I'm not better than that. I'm just saying, like, really, you have to allocate this crap? It's $26.99. Like,
yeah,
you have to make a big deal out of this. So what are they doing?
A guy makes a good point because it depends on your area. Weller, you can get like crazy in certain areas.
Yeah, it's a mess.
Well, not crazy, but like Ohio it's more available than most places.
Which
the thing is, like, yeah, but they do have to, like, I heard from people from Ohio, they have to, like, you got to, like, know when it comes in. You got to know when it comes in. And then,
that to me is a little ridiculous. Like, hey, I mean, I get there again. I know I've said this before in other videos. I said this, like, it's cool. I'm get with the marketing. Hey, if you can make your product in demand, good for you. You did well. You did something right. You deserve it. But I just feel like it's like every Buffalo Trace product. Yeah. What the hell is going on at Buffalo Trace that is so amazing that other distilleries aren't doing something as equally as good?
It never blinds well for me. Like, whenever I blind it, it's like, whatever. It doesn't win out.
And they make doesn't. They make good stuff like the Stag,
they do.
Stag Junior,
the Stag Junior,
not downplaying the quality, but
no,
is it really worth having to like knock over an old lady to get it?
And it's not their fault. They're just pumping out product as they would.
I think it might be their fault.
They might. But the thing is, like, people, that's almost like saying,
so who's to, I don't want to say to blame, but who's responsible for this whole allocation thing?
I think people.
You think so?
People.
Think it's the masses?
I think it's the masses. Because you know how people get. They get weird. But
I mean, anything coming out of Buffalo Trace right now, it's like a unicorn.
But it's not. It's good, but it's not.
Yeah. So what did Buffalo Trace do right that others didn't?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's a whole nother topic.
That's it. We're off Buffalo Trace. Never drinking that stuff again.
All right. I guess we'll call it.
Yeah, we'll
call it.
Yeah, we'll call it.
All right, we'll call
Neil's
it.
wife's back.
She's back, and
Neil's got to go.
All right, everybody.
So thanks for tuning in, guys. We really appreciate it. There'll be more about this whole rye thing from us.
Yes.
In the near future.
The lower proof.
Yeah, we're not going to stop now. Now that everything's kind of settled down for Neil,
it's all
we're
together.
after this.
We're going for it.
So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Really appreciate it from the Bourbon Buddies.
Cheers.
Cheers.